She'd been trying to lease or sell her commercial building for the last 9 months. Nothing seemed to work. Price cuts, ads,
Getting the word out.
resulted in just one thing: silence. Then one psychic reading changed everything. Within 3 months, she found the exact person I had described and got a rent check that was 10 times larger than what she had been earning before. If you've ever felt stuck, confused, or that the universe is giving everybody the green lights except for you, then this video is your wake-up call. She is not the only client that I have helped. Hello everybody. I am Vaishali Nikhade. I am an engineer turned psychic with over 9,000 readings, and I show people how they can leverage the power of the spirit and the power of the stars to create momentum in your life. This is a screenshot from the client who actually worked with me and met me in the spiritual expo, and I helped get a check that was 10x larger. According to a Harvard Business Review study, 71% of the people say that they feel stuck or unclear about their next step. They are overthinking their decisions instead of acting in alignment. In this video, I'm going to show you how the stars can reveal a path that you may not see with your naked eye or using logic, and by adapting yourself to this path, you can see results that you have not seen before or never seen before, or you weren't really expecting but just dreaming about. And I'll also give you the frameworks with which I used to calculate the timings, and there'll be access to a free workshop below where you can sign up and learn more about these frameworks. So here's what you're going to learn in this video. Confusion is an energy block. Clarity is the first shift. Timing creates the window. So let's get started. The first point is that confusion is an energy block. When you are confused, your energy sends mixed signals. It's almost like you're calling the universe with a bad reception, which means that you are asking for help, but the signal keeps dropping. And this is the reason that if you try harder, it is not going to help you solve the problem. So this particular client was in the same spot she had been trying for the past 9 months to either sell or lease a commercial property that she had inherited, and she wasn't really having much luck. So she met me at a spiritual expo. In her mind, she had tried everything. She had dropped the price 2 times, and there was no more room to drop the price. So she essentially sought me out for help. She wasn't sure what else to try and what was exactly going to lead her to the solution. So as a young psychic, I was excited at the time to actually lead her to finding a solution. Go ahead and put in the comments below where you have been in a situation where you have tried a couple of different things to sell a home or a property and it's not working. What else would you try, or where else would you turn to for an answer? So I was excited and I had to focus on my job as a psychic to find a solution for her to be able to either sell or lease her property. So the first thing I saw that the agent that she was using wasn't quite the right agent, in the sense that the energies were mismatched or not aligned. So the first thing I told her was to fire her agent and find a new agent. And I believe she was either using a female and I asked her to look for a male, or she was using a male and I asked her to look for a female. I also gave her the description of the agent that she should look for. So as a psychic, I can find out the descriptions of people that you should look for. Most common example of this is women who come to me to meet their future love or future husband, and I give them the descriptions of what this person is going to look like, and I can link those below in the comments, but essentially in her case, she was looking for a real estate agent who would be able to help her out. And I gave her the description of the agent. To her credit, she did the work and she actually found the agent with the description that I had given her. So essentially at that point everything shifted. So there are multiple lessons over here. The first one is that logic alone cannot solve the problems. The second one is she leveraged my expertise to be able to tap into the power of the stars to be able to get a solution for whatever it is that she was looking for. In her case, it was to sell or lease her building. So can you leverage the power of the stars so that you can find a solution and get out of being in a stuck spot like she was? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I have a free workshop, the link is below, where I show you all the frameworks I use in order to be able to leverage the power of the stars and kind of know as to what to expect during the coming week or the coming month. But there is one key point, and that is clarity also comes by syncing with timing. So she was over here and she was going this straight route over here to find a solution, and this was the path of logic. She had already tried whatever it was that she could try, which was one was dropping the price, then doing some ads, then dropping the price again, reaching out to people. She had tried everything along the way, and she knew that if she kept going this route, not much was happening, so she needed to change her route. In her particular scenario or in her particular case, the change of route came through intuition, in the sense that she walked into the expo. One thing about intuition is you are essentially acting with guidance from the spirit, so logically you may not know. But what she did, she walked into the expo over here and she saw me, and for whatever reason, she actually sought help from me over here. And I gave her the solution, and essentially I told her that she needs to quit walking on this path and start moving in this direction, change her agent, and then as soon as the timing is right, within 2-3 months, she was going to find something. So had she gone the logical route, then essentially she would just be here and not much would be moving, because in her particular scenario, the agent's energy and her energy were a mismatch. Think of two people who are dating and they're a mismatch. It's kind of hard to make things work. So in a similar manner, it was going to be hard for her to make this work because it wasn't really, let's say, meant to be. So we move on to the third point, which is timing creates the window. So in her case, I gave her a time frame of about 3 to 6 months from the point we met to solution. And I'm going to attach her screenshot of her testimonial over here so that you can see what she's saying. But essentially, by getting that window, she knew what to look for, what to expect, and what kind of developments would take place over the next 3 to 6 months. Can you find out what kind of opportunities are going to show up for you? And if you're moving in the wrong direction like she was, how can you course correct? Well, this is the reason I have created the Cosmic Chronicle, where I kind of draw out a week by week prediction or forecast on how the energy is and what you can expect during the week, so that you are not blindsided by something coming your way which you were not expecting. And not only that, you get guidance to move forward. In her case, if she had done this, then it would have been to go to the expo. Even though on a higher level or on a surface level, it wouldn't make any sense that she's trying to sell her property. Why should she go to the expo? But the link is that if she went to the expo, then she would find me and I would help her out and she would get her next step. So the solution is not exactly direct. It is more of a link which is showing you just the next step. And once you complete the next step is revealed, and so on. So she found me at the expo. She got the reading, she took action, then she found the new agent. And then once she found the new agent and they started working together, that's when the buyer kind of came into picture. So essentially, what I do inside the Cosmic Chronicle is just give you a weekly prediction of what to expect so that you know where you can go in order to be able to get an answer to your next step so that you can move to the further next step and further next step until you get to your destination. So I'm going to put a link in the comments below, and if you're interested, you can sign up for the Cosmic Chronicle so that you can get your weekly predictions of what to expect during the coming week. When you do this, not only you get out of a confused mind or a confused zone, things seem to be or become a lot easier for you. And when you are aligned, the results multiply. So think about her. She was trying her best to be able to sell or rent her property, and she ended up signing a 5-year lease. So 5-year lease is a bigger lease in terms of where she was, because she was not having any luck. Her rent check was 10 times larger than the combined rent of her previous 2 tenants. So this is an upgrade because she already lowered the price a couple of times. So just by leveraging the power of the stars and making some small and subtle shifts, if you look from a higher level, changing the real estate agent is a very small and a subtle shift. Maybe not so subtle, but maybe a minor shift because nothing was working out with the current agent. But that was the one key solution that led her to finding her tenant. So if you've been wondering what is it that I'm missing, it's probably not effort, it is more alignment than effort. So if you're done trying to figure things out and quit wasting your time and quit putting in effort and not getting any results, then go ahead and sign up for the Cosmic Chronicle. And now that you know how to clear confusion, what if the universe is trying to send you signs? This is the subject of my next video, where I show you exactly how to know when the universe is trying to communicate with you and what you can do about it. So that's the subject of my next video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.